All right, welcome to another episode of the KAWmedy Krow Podcast, episode 16 with Justin Fox here.
Hey,
welcome. Come on, welcome. And then we have host and lovely, wonderful, love of my life, Amy Corcoran here.
Thank you.
Hey.
As always.
Yeah, and then myself, Christopher Keith Tyler. I'm back again. We've been working on the room. As you can see, it's changing, and we got KAWmedy Krow here, and we got the big giant crow, and we got this nice. What do you think about the grass rug? Does it make you feel like you're outside?
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm about to do football.
It kind of makes me feel like a Barbie because it's not real grass, and now everything is plastic. So I don't really want to feel like a plastic doll.
Yeah.
You don't have to water it, right?
No.
See, perfect.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
No. Now, Justin, how did we first meet? How did you and I first meet?
I don't
at the
think I know how you guys met.
I felt like we met at Shamrock or 3rd Street Live.
3rd Street Live.
They were doing
Old Town
comedy,
Temecula.
Roast battle. I did one time there.
Yeah.
That was like one time. I'm like, man.
Did you meet Ron? I've heard you talk about meeting Ron Jeremy at a show. Was it at 3rd Street Live, or because I met him there?
You did?
Yeah. I have a
wow.
picture with him. Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know he went there.
Yeah, he put on a show at 3rd Street Live and
He
came
said he
out.
did. He did comedy.
Yeah, he would just people would come to the show because it's Ron Jeremy. You gotta, and then he'd come out with his he had like Crocs and like some sweatpants, and his bulge was just like bulging through his sweatpants.
I bet he wears those underwear that like accentuate it even more. I mean, I haven't seen his dick, so I haven't seen his porns. So I don't know really how big it is, flaccid and not.
There you go. Yeah, me neither.
I've seen everything apparently. When I brought him and I interviewed him, people would send me memes of him doing the helicopter with his dick. I'm like, why am I looking at this? Why are you sending it to
me?
me?
Why does it look like me?
I'm like, I need it. It can't be big as me. Like, I gotta walk away.
Yeah,
I would walk away right now.
Yeah.
It was interesting meeting, because I'm looking at him, I'm like, how in the world? Like, he's so out of proportion. Like, like you look at his. Yeah, you look at his. If you look at his hands, and then you look at his feet, and then you look at Ron, and you're like, how? It's like a prosthetic Johnson.
My God. Why?
Yeah, how did that happen? But I wonder if his parents were like changing his diaper, and they're like, "What the hell? Like, that's a big old dong." I wonder if his parents have giant dongs.
Don't want to think about that.
I want to know if Ron Jeremy, Grandpa Jeremy, does he have a big ass dong? Or does his mom have a giant vagina?
Oh my God.
Sorry. Anyways.
I mean, when you're growing in the womb, right?
Yeah.
There comes a point where your hormones kind of do the thing, and then it's either innie or outie, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that would make sense, Chris, is what I'm saying. Your comment about the VJ made sense.
That's true. Thank you. Yeah. Anatomically incorrect.
Now I'm terrified of Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
And vaginas.
Yeah. You should be. I would have changed my name. If I was Ron Jeremy, I would have changed it to Dong Jeremy.
Dong.
But, yeah. But go on. So.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You met Ron Jeremy. You met Ron Jeremy at Derby's, correct?
Actually, the Comedy Palace.
Oh, okay. In San Diego County.
Now it's like Mic Drop or something new.
Right.
But before it was a Comedy Palace. And the movie producer that I got into do a movie with, the producer, he's like, hey, I want you to be hosting a comedy episode in San Diego. And when I started doing that, I interviewed a couple of people from the roast battle. Mm-hmm. And then the week after, they were like, you're interviewing Ron Jeremy. I'm like,
whoa.
Like, are we talking about the Ron that we think? I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Ron
okay.
and a schlong.
And then when I first met him, I'm like, the Crocs, the Pokemon with his tail, and his dick was hanging out with the Pokemon on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm
so
like,
his dick was on his T-shirt?
Yeah.
What?
No, like a drawing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone drew it?
It was like a kind of like a edit, like on his shirt, like a Pokemon Pikachu.
Did he? Was it like an iron-on?
Yeah.
One of those
Like but he had like white Crocs. I'm like,
yeah, that's what he was wearing with our show. Yeah.
Was it life size? It was a. I mean, Ron Jeremy life size is what I'm saying.
Yeah, a Pikachu with a giant dong.
Yeah, but I want to know, like, if you know, on the cereal box when they say like, your Captain Crunch is this big, and you're like, holy crap, but then like, you get it, and they're like really tiny size.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is it like that? Like, is it two size in real life?
Like false advertising, huh? Like
Bing.
I'm like, show it, man.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know.
Yeah. Are you showy
we have
or
to pay.
growy?
Got it.
Yeah. Showy or growy?
Continue.
But then I brought him in Hemet though, and then we did a 1-year anniversary, and then a bunch of people like had autographs by him. My cousin flipped out her boob and made him sign it. I'm like, why am I looking at my cousin boob hanging out with Ron Jeremy signing? I'm like, white people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm looking at my cousin. I'm like, this is not something I want to look at.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're in San Diego. Okay.
And Ron's just like, another day. Another day being Ron. I actually, when I met Ron Jeremy, I ran an idea by him, and I was surprised. He, like, you know how they say, like, sometimes the looks outweigh the brains? That happened with him. Like, all of his thoughts and everything are right inside his Johnson, because like he didn't have much up top. I was talking to him, and I told him, I'm like, I want to do a POV video of you. It's called being being John Malkovich, but it's being Ron Jeremy, and we'll put a camera, like a little 360 camera, on top of your head. And we'll act out like you're at the bank, being Ron Jeremy, and then the bank robbers have sex with you because you're Ron Jeremy, And he was like, what's POV? Like, and I had to like break down. He's like, you can do that? I'm like, yeah, you can do anything these days. But he had no idea what I was talking about. And now he's in jail, right? He's still in jail. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, he's in he's in jail for like underage dating or something, something like that. Anyways, yeah. So on, Ron Jeremy.
Oh my God, I'm
sure
so
they've got
surprised.
Crocs in jail for him.
I think my mom was heartbroken when he went to jail. Well, yeah, my mom would watch him all the time. I'm like, Mom, like,
did you walk in on her?
A couple times. But she walked in on me one time, and I'm like,
yeah.
How do you like it?
Damn.
Like, yeah, moms know everything. They know what you're doing too, behind closed door.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I never had that issue with
It's
with
like
my
having
mom or stepmom.
sight beyond sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so after the Ron Jeremy chapter, so then we met at 3rd Street Live in Old Town Temecula, and then Shamrock Irish Pub and Eatery, comedy night there.
And I brought you to Derby's a couple times.
Yeah, dude. Derby's, if you haven't seen Derby, dude, you do a great job. It's a lot of fun. It's such a... I always tell people it's like an oasis for comedians, because you pull in and... You're like, there's a big show here, and then you go in that back room, and it's this huge venue with the huge stage, like wrestler style. Yeah. I still would like a if I ever do like a headlining show there, I think we should do a merger of roller skating and comedy at the same time. So everyone's just going around in a circle, and imagine the laughter
all over. Go around.
You just hear It'd be really cool. Yeah. One person's just spinning, just laughing.
You might hear some people fall too.
That's when you're killing it.
Yeah. If you're really killing the room, that's when they fall.
I can't skate. It's too funny.
Hopefully they can see each other. They might run into each other if they don't pay attention. They're like, boom. Oh man.
No. What brought you in? What got you into stand up? What made you make the jump?
I mean, I was a hype man in a punk rock band, and then when I was doing that, I was on stage, and then the owner of Derby's was like, "You should do comedy." I didn't think I was funny. I really didn't. But then I got into it. I did it. I wasn't even doing open mic. I just went on a show and did it. and then I killed it. But when I look back, I'm like, oh man, I did horrible. Like,
right.
But
that's how we all think. Yeah. When you see your old sets, you're like, what was I thinking? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Comedy makes you want to do more every time. It's like,
you're not the first person to say that on this podcast.
No.
Yeah.
I'm hoping many more will too.
Yeah.
Like, because comedy brings everything to, like, it brings more out of you. Because, like, you think you're not funny, but then you're like, you know, you go through tragedy and you want to make other people laugh. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, we all gone through something, maybe, or we just get the attention, or people take pictures of you and you're like, I need to talk about it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Comedy made me feel better as a human.
Yeah.
Wow. That's beautifully said.
And you talk about on stage like being like a rent, like people can rent you.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Like
At least explain a little bit.
I started at 18. My first roommate was a little person. And he would do a lot of entertainment, and he would hire me, and we would go on road trips. And we went to a Newport Beach party.
Yeah.
They would just hire us to hang out. I went to San Francisco.
Damn, people would hire you to hang out?
Yeah.
Man, fuck my friends, dude. My friends need to pay up.
They won't even call us.
Yeah. We're too expensive, apparently.
I mean, I went to San Francisco. We did bartending. I was only 18.
Yeah.
And I did bartending, and it was a lot of fun learning that, you know, people would just pay you to do like a whole bunch of money just to do nothing. Just to have fun.
That's cool, man.
And then I went to Vegas, snowboard competition, a little like a convention, and Volcom was there, and they were handing out island iced teas.
Yeah.
And I did karaoke with them, and I got drunk, and I got a skateboard.
Oh, Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those things will mess you up.
Because there's 4 different alcohols in there.
Oh, see, I did not know
And
that.
plus the Caraco.
Yeah, it's like a step down.
That's
it's like
Sex on the Beach.
It's like a step down from an Adios
Adios
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
The only difference is the blue Caraco versus I've seen it done a few different ways, but yeah, the sweet and sour's the same. Okay, Coke. I think it's Coke. Anyway.
Wait, you said wait. Hold on. You left off saying they gave you a skateboard. What happened next?
Skateboard, did karaoke, got drunk, and I don't remember.
Wait, you were riding a skateboard and doing karaoke at the same time while drunk?
Yeah. And then
what did you sing on a skateboard?
I don't remember. I was only 18, but then I had
Brutal.
then me and the little person met a girl at the bar, and that's when we had a threesome, but it was like a twosome. 2 little people and one. Well, that was like the first my life. I'm like, okay.
Hey, that still counts as 3 to me. Yeah.
So when you go to Vegas, there's a lot of employment for little people. I'm like, what? Like, why am I not here? Like, but I mean, I did it for a little bit. Then I got hired for a Mexican wedding, and they had a Donald Trump lookalike, and they hired 5 little people, 5 of us. To be like a
little
secret
Trump
service,
to
protect the president. Every little person around me, but me, was unfamous. I was unfamous. Everybody was like famous. One guy from Mandalorian. Then he performed with Chuck Norris. The other people do more entertainment. I'm like, why am I not doing this? Like,
yeah.
But yeah,
that's badass,
dude.
Yeah.
Do you ever? I've never seen photos of that. Do you have any photos of that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I just never post it because you don't want to get the divide of, well, why are you hanging out with a Donald Trump lookalike?
Oh my God. It's not even it's a lookalike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
you just got deleted. Yeah, no.
But they paid me $750 for 5 hours.
Nice.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, for 5 hours.
But
it's still
that's really
like
good
$100.
money.
Yeah, $110 an hour. Yeah. That's sweet.
And then I did. I went to L.A. downtown where they had a kind of like neon paint, where they throw paint on you.
Yeah.
And then they throw neon foam, which is color. So everything is like, you might be tripping on drugs to come there, but I crowd surfing a raft, and I fell out of the raft and hit the ground. and then I put my knee out of place, but I got back on stage and kept going.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
And then after, I'm like, I got to get all the weed I can. Like, then I went to the hospital the next day, told them what happened. They were like, you fell out of a raft? Crowd surfing? Yeah. I mean,
Hey man, it happens. I'm sure you've seen worse.
yeah,
nurse.
yeah.
I was an extremist all the way up until I started doing stand up when I was 27, but I was like 18. Like that was where I was going. I went skydiving on my 18th birthday. Like I was all about extreme. That's how Amy and I met. I was all extreme. I had Goku hair. I was like, seriously, Super Saiyan all the time. Yeah. Jumping off everything, breaking my teeth, busting my lips.
That's how I broke my jaw. I mean, I dropped in a skateboard park.
On a half pipe or a quarter pipe?
Just like a regular empty pool skateboard park.
Damn.
I dropped in and my face went bam.
You broke your jaw? How long were you had a wired jaw? How long did that
about
take?
A month or 2 months.
Shit.
And then they kind of like fixed it up, and then basically I was like, oh man. And then I got injured in my spine, so that was like rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I try not to get hurt. I mean, I'm always getting hurt though. Like my mom's like, that's all you do. Like, but now, I mean, yeah, no Renamidget now.
Why not?
I mean, I still do Leprechaun.
Is that what it's called?
You can, it was a Renamidget.com.
Damn, that's crazy. Do you have a profile on there?
No, I would get hired. So the Little Women of LA, one of the people up there would hire me, and then that's how I would get hired.
Okay. Sorry, the mic's cutting. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
What the heck? I think the mic's haunted a little bit.
You better work.
I've heard that the highest paid strippers are little people.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
That bit of information. I'm not sure how you heard that.
You know,
how much money are they? How much money, man?
Like a lot of money. They're the highest paid, the highest tier. Like somebody, I forget how I found out about this, but somebody was like, "Dude, we like," they were like flashing it, like, we had a stripper, but it was a little stripper. I'm like, so what? And they're like, yeah, but do you understand how much that costs? I'm like, no, I don't. And they're like, it's the most expensive. I'm like, oh, okay, and that's how I remembered.
Oh my god,
that's the story. But now you you also have done, like, for Easter, you'll have the bunny costume. Do you have any, like, do you ever have run-ins with people? Because, like, I'll wear, like, when I wore my green screen morph suit on Old Town, and, like, it's people are like, what are you? You know, like,
the children, they're like, wait, aren't you bigger, like taller? Like, I'm miniature. I mean,
I'm a bunny. Duh.
Like, you know, we poop out eggs. That's all we do.
Right.
Like colorful eggs.
Would you ever wear a green morph suit with me? That'd be sweet.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
Badass. That'd be fun if we did like a
both of you in Old Town.
Oh god.
Oh no, just on stage. Yeah, it's different. It's easier on stage than it is out in the wild.
Out on
the streets in that morph suit. I've never sweat so much through that morph suit versus stand up.
You'd be like, Chris on the street. Street.
Chris on the streets.
That's how it is in the Easter Bunny suit. You'd be sweating. You'd be like, oh my god.
Dude, I've got plans for a mascot costume, but I'm thinking that'd be cool if we had two. We had one, a small and a large or whatever.
So one has to look like
KAWmedy
Krow, and one has to look like his uncle.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
His creepy uncle.
Now you're gonna be at this Saturday, and now this is gonna air on Tuesday, so this will be after the festival. So,
all right.
Hopefully, when this airs, we'll still be friends. Yeah.
Oh, we will. Don't worry.
I'm kidding.
Don't live in a week.
No, thank you for your help for Comedy Fest. It's gonna be pretty crazy. So we need like support. We need to hold down the fort. Yeah.
Trying to
I'm like,
rhyme
hopefully
right
you guys
now.
are not.
No.
Hopefully you guys are not short staff. I mean, that's why I came in. I'm like, here we are.
Yeah. We're always short staffed. No. Yeah.
I mean, you got the crow, so I mean.
No, it'll be fun. We're actually implementing during the comedy competition for the finals. We're setting up a puppet show, and Peter's going to talk to KAWmedy Krow between comics.
There we go.
So that's going to be a new addition to this year's festival. And then like the food trucks and like it's going to be nuts. So
it's going to be great. We're going to have we're able to actually have 4 kegs outside, so you do not have to go inside to get a beer. You could stay outside, be comfortable. And there'll also be intermissions, like a 5-minute intermission between each
10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry. 10 to 15.
I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. I think it's structured very well.
Yeah, this year's going to be tight. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we don't have any shenanigans happen. But, the more people there are, the higher probability of, especially when it's a long, 3 to 9, there's really bound to something like last year we had a scalper and we had somebody trying to get in I want to talk to a manager. Like we had all kinds of crazy stuff happening last year, and that was our first one. So this year, that's why we're running
year 2, right?
Yeah, year 2, baby.
Right,
Yeah. It's gonna be cool. Every year is gonna get a little bit more wild. Now let's go into our KAWspiracy. KAWspiracy. Shit, it's backwards.
Little guy over there.
KAWspiracy segment.
Everybody's favorite. Hey, KAWmedy Krow, how are you?
I'm doing all right. It's been a long day. Just waiting for you to come home.
Okay, well, I missed you too.
KAWmedy Krow's a hooker.
Yeah, Peter's got me into KAWmedy Krow a lot. Did you see that video where Peter was kissing KAWmedy Krow? It's on Instagram. It's the one where he was feeding him a sandwich.
Okay, that one.
He went in for the Frenchie too.
Yeah, he went in.
Where's Peter?
Peter went in.
I want to know that we know.
Hopefully, did he go all tongue or?
Yeah, he went in.
Oh yeah, he went in tongue first.
Yeah, there was like a chip in there.
Chip
David Cross put his fingers in here. Sean Patton put his fingers in here.
Wet. Yeah, David Cross fingers are in there.
At the Comedy Fest, I'm trying to get all the performers to put their fingers in. There you go. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know if I want to wash them though. I don't want to keep them. I want to keep everyone's DNA.
Little guy's been around for a while though. I mean,
talk about like a different form of Hannibal.
Okay. So, anyways, KAWspiracy segment. We decided as a group that we were going to go with the JFK assassination conspiracy. What do you know? What?
Yeah, I want to know what you know.
Yeah, what do you know?
I feel like I watched 2 different videos. One, him getting shot by sniper, what they say, but then they say a federal agent turned around and shot him.
So there's 2 stories going around?
And then it was a 6-seating car, right? It was 6-seating or a 4-seating car?
Yeah, they had the bucket seats, I think.
No, I thought there was like 3 rows.
Oh, okay.
I think like 3 or 2. 3 or 2.
Yeah, the video's always changing. Like I think they're messing with it.
And the government's been behind it, but nobody knows. Like, I mean, his wife should know. I'm like, when are we going to find out?
Do you think, though, that she'll ever, or I don't know if she's still alive. Is she still alive?
I don't even know.
You guys, I have no idea. I'm so sorry. But, even if it was like government, then she's going to have like an NDA or something. Or like if she says anything, they're like going to pop her.
Right. Now, why would they assassinate him? Like, that's what I'm trying to. I never really.
He didn't agree to their terms. I mean, whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like JFK was so beloved because he was so
the youngest.
Different. He was the youngest, and during that time, I feel that with the '60s and the war, and people needed someone that they can relate to, because it was a hard time for everyone. And
there was like no air conditioning, right?
Probably. No, I'm sure they had air conditioning.
Swamp coolers.
Yeah.
Everyone was smoking.
Everyone was still smoking.
I mean, JFK got that really good birthday song, didn't he?
Yeah.
With Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like they were kind of.
Did she have something to do with it? Did Marilyn Monroe have?
I don't know,
something
but
to do?
she died very young from a drug overdose.
Yeah, quotations.
Just like Elvis. I mean, we can go down the line.
Right.
Yeah.
But you just sent me something today regarding, was it you?
I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, I have to think about that.
Okay.
Sorry.
I sent
But-
Amy something. I send her all kinds of stuff.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully something funny or good.
Yeah,
I mean,
hopefully
just wanna
it
make
wasn't-
sure I'm
I don't-
thorough
I
with
don't
my
remember
words.
if I sent you like an emoji of like JFK getting shot. I don't think they have an emoji for that.
No.
Or like a
something else.
gif of like her like reaching on the back of the car for like his brain matter. Oh, put it back in there.
Oh, doesn't the government has funding for Hollywood?
yeah.
Yeah, because they got to manipulate the masses.
Right. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's kind
Yeah.
of what I'm alluding to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, back in the day, they used to run like right before midnight. Right, they would run the Pledge of Allegiance or national anthem or whatever. Yeah, and then it would cut the static all night. Now I remember that because of Poltergeist.
Yeah.
That movie, I love that movie. But
So you never know what's behind it though. Like the thing is like you look at the video and then you watch it, but then like the story doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't
There's
they
holes.
Yeah, like why wouldn't they protect him more? Like why is the wife trying to get out of the car but everyone's trying to ride on the car and drive off, but you really don't know if he got hit by a sniper or somebody else.
yeah, there's a new. I heard or something like one of the drivers shot him. That's the newest one. Like, he turned around and
man.
shot him right there.
Yeah.
And then they said that there's like how many different shots hit him? Like there's like 3 or 4
I
different.
thought it was only
gunmen.
one in the head.
No, apparently there was like multiple gunmen
side.
involved, like because there's the grassy knoll, and then now there's the driver,
man,
and then now
not
I'm starting.
educated.
Yeah, there's like all these. Everyone was trying to take this guy out.
Jesus.
Like,
Poor dude.
The government, I would not say anything. I don't want you guys to deport me.
Right.
back to
This is
Oompa
all
Loompa
for
land, yeah.
entertainment purposes only. It's just this is what's on. We're just talking about what we've already seen
Yeah.
on YouTube. So
Or other videos, you know?
yeah.
But I mean, just to watch it, you feel like you got to overthink it. Like everyone thinks like the world is flat, but it's round, but it's not flat. Like, but people think that. But just like JFK, people think that he got assassinated, but your government kind of, you know, killed him. I mean,
Maybe. Yeah.
I feel like it
Yeah.
because there was more truth that he was probably going to let out that he didn't realize, like, you know, people are going to be mad and revenge. Like,
Yeah, it was like the first inside job. right.
Like-
right.
Oh,
in
it's not the first.
Yeah.
it could have been a couple. I mean, there's a reason why everybody, like, all the politicians will talk about how they run. But like when they get in office, at the whole, like you see a different side. I'm like, you don't see what you really see. Like,
Yeah, it's sort of like dating.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
They're gonna-
it's rough too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of true.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
you see the quality of a person, but you don't see the behind of what they're really look like. You know?
Right. And sometimes people, I mean, that's a complicated, situation. But I mean, sometimes people don't even know what they are or who they are. So, and they find out later or they don't, that little things come out that are all a part of who they are.
Yeah. If you could vote for anybody to be president, like anybody, do you have anybody in mind?
I would say Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
We need more comedy in politics, man.
Yeah.
It's rough. All these people are like hating, like angry. I'm like, we need more love.
What about Jon Stewart?
Oh, yeah, he'd be my first.
I would say maybe.
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 He's too serious. You need
Yeah.
somebody a little bit
Need
funnier.
funnier. Kevin Hart, he can roast everybody. He can go in there and tell everybody.
Okay.
But I mean, I would pick a comedian for
Yeah.
president.
What about
Carlin, then. Physical
he's-
comedian Carlin.
Oh, I mean, okay, you're anybody. Okay, Jesus Christ. Why don't we just vote for
That's
Jesus
what
Christ?
you said. You said anyone.
Anyone.
Did
Anybody?
you not say
I meant anybody alive. My bad.
Oh,
Let's go behind time.
you should
Yeah.
say that. Be more specific.
Yeah, we could have a hologram of George Carlin as president. I mean, they've already done the George Carlin AI stand up. So
wow.
yeah, have you heard that yet? You should check that out. I'll send it to you.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Will Sasso did a reaction video of George Carlin as AI, or AI's using George Carlin's likeness to do a stand-up special talking about how he's going to already shut down comedy because he's already funnier than everybody.
Oh, wow.
And I think George Carlin's family spoke out about like they don't like it.
But this again is why they had the strike. You know, you're taking people's likeliness without their
their
JK
likeness.
Ultra.
Yeah, that's right.
She had that happen to her.
I don't know. Like, wouldn't that be crazy? What if you like saw yourself in like a Ron Jeremy porno, but it wasn't Ron Jeremy wasn't there and you weren't there, but you both are in
somehow
this porno together. Like,
I would have been like,
you're
what?
like, I want a little bit of money.
Yeah. Be like, I'm gonna file a claim against that. better get half off.
What year do you think it'll be when all the movies? They're going to come out with a movie. I bet you they'll come out with a movie where it's like all the actors in this movie you've seen tonight are actually real, because most movies will be AI generated.
Because we have to explain the fact that Disney has to put
a viewer discretion
on the old movies.
Yeah.
To keep them. I mean, we have to tell the people, the kids now, why it's like that.
What year do you think it'll be?
I would say 2030.
2030. That's a good guess. I like that. Yeah, I'll agree. 2030s. I'm going to say
because everything else is like already getting into work, managing what you're going to look like then.
Yeah,
like we already got different things. We got drones that will deliver to you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you know what? Like, we could just have why not just have an AI generated JFK?
Yeah.
Vote for him.
Yeah.
You know, JFK Jr. is running for president, right?
Again, it's AI. Okay, that'd be interesting. Like then or in the future, but I mean, not now. People don't even know who JFK is, and they're like really apprehensive about AI.
Yeah, what most people won't even know. There's a lot of people. I comment on a lot of videos informing people. I'm like, that's not real. That's AI generated. Like, you gotta be careful. And but like, I think after this next president election in November, either both of them are just gonna collapse, and they're gonna usher in a robot AI generated JFK.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the race with all the bots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you got to have a physical. I mean, it just depends on.
There's so many robots coming out right now.
Yeah, there's
it's so crazy. Are
soon
you keeping up?
Soon enough, we're gonna have Iron Man, like
Iron Man.
Yeah,
like the real version of him. Like they're gonna make people like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Now,
like
Wolverine, definitely.
Maybe I feel like they could.
I feel Wolverine's
movies are becoming reality too much.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Do you think there's with all the bipedal robots coming out, and they've got a dog robot by Boston Dynamics? Are there any how come there aren't any little robots?
That's what I was thinking right now. I'm like thinking about that.
Yeah,
but they're like only 4.5, right?
Yeah, I'm talking like dwarfs robots.
They have probably little children now, but
children robots.
They probably have it. I mean, thinking about
maybe
that.
that was just too close to people's homes.
all the pedos are like checking out all the child robots.
Like what model do we want here?
Great.
If you don't want to adopt, that's perfect for adoption. You know, a robot child. I mean,
yeah.
But would you rather have
everyone needs a home?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sally Ruthers.
I mean,
soon all the human kids won't be allowed to play outside. Only the robot kids.
I mean,
they can't drink from the drinking fountain either.
I never
it's gonna start all over again.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I never see a child drink out of a water hose anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think we were supposed to do that. I mean, everyone always refers to that like time in their life where we drank from a fucking hose. I'm sorry, but like I'm good not drinking from a hose ever again.
Look how I turned out.
I would have rather had a glass of water when I was a kid than drink from a fucking hose.
Dude,
Half the time it was burning hot.
Yep.
I was deep throating those hoses when I was a kid.
Oh, I bet you were. I could.
My dad hated how he's like, get that copper out of your throat, kid. Like, I love drinking out of the hose.
You were lacking nutrients, man. You're like, I need that lead.
I was one of those. I was what they called a garden hoser. Yeah, they couldn't that, and like I also like to try to drink out of the thing that went. But I would put my mouth on it, and it would cut me. I was one of those kids. Yeah,
and he ate the paste. He was one of those kids that ate the paste.
My middle name should be Fluoride. Because I drank so much water out of the hose. Yeah, I was one of those kind of kids that people were like, just let them figure it out. Like, one time there was a picnic, and my grandpa brought like it was the first time I saw cold ice. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. What is it?
What is it like?
Bud or
no, the
Coors?
ice. No.
It
no, like nitrous.
Nitrous oxide for
the ice that's like
that's dried ice.
Dry ice. Yeah, I called it cold ice. Yeah, that really cold ice. The kind of stuff you see that Doc Brown, like the DeLorean, is like steaming because it was so cold. Yep. Yeah, I was one of those kids that I remember putting it's so cold, and my hand got stuck to it. And they were like having to pour hot water on my hand, and
oh my God,
everyone just shook their head at the picnic, like, "Who is this? Who is this kid?" And I was just like, I was so goofy. I developed so late. At 25, that's when everything. I was like starting to learn at 25. My parents, it's my parents' fault. Yeah, I'm gonna blame my parents. I graduated high school when I was like fucking like 19 or whatever, because I started late, and I asked my mom why, and she said, because you were just so cute, I had to keep you home one extra year. I'm like, does that mean
that's
stupid?
Not fair.
That meant I was stupid.
She probably want to spend more time with you.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Oh, did she tell you were so pretty too?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I was adorable. Yeah, I got to keep him home one more year.
More.
She was very selfish. She like all the way till the day she passed. She always would leave me voicemails saying, "Hey baby, I'm just calling." I'm like, "Mom, don't, dude. I've been through bankruptcy. Like, don't call me baby.
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult." Yeah.
My mom is like 62, and she'll still yell at me. And I'm like 36. I'm like, "Mom, I could do my own laundry. Don't worry." Like, but my mom is like a loving mom. Like, mothers are always there to help out.
Yeah.
Like, even if there's no moms, I mean, it's hard because what you go through, you learn. I mean, I lost my brother when I was 9 years old. But it taught me more about life. I had to learn about death at 9 years old.
Yeah.
But growing up, I mean, it teaches you that that's your family. No matter if they're here or gone or above. I mean, they're still there yelling at you, trying to tell you, do better, do more, don't just give up.
No, every time, I'll do a show, and when I talk about my mom on stage, the mic will cut out. And I'm like, "Oh, that's my mom coming. She doesn't like when I talk about her."
Yeah, but she wanted you to talk about her.
Right, but when I'm making fun of her, though, she'd
be like, "Mike, we're gonna cut the mic."
Yep. It's good that keep your family close. You hear that, Dad? Yeah. All right. Let's keep your family close.
And the truth comes out, guys.
Yeah, I love my dad so much. Yeah.
He's pretty too.
Yeah. Yeah. But thank you for being on the show. Where can everybody find you? Online or wherever?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Comic Justin.
Comic Justin.
Or comicjustin.com.
Sweet.
Got my own website. Got my own videos. T-shirts.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you're doing a great job. You're a beast online. Like seriously, like very supportive. But you are the most supportive comedian that I've, beside you and Nick Laney.
Yeah.
Like we're like just so supportive, and we appreciate you. You do such a good job. So yeah,
that's what the new comics got to learn. Like learn to network and make sure that the people that you're around don't give up on them. Make sure you keep coming around and supporting, because you never get nothing out of it until you realize what you really deserve. You deserve to network with everybody. When you network, you become a family.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I felt like. Like comedy is more family than my real family, but it's like I spend more time with you guys than my own family, and that's part of comedy. That's part of life. It's part of what you learn in comedy. I mean, because the people around you will help you. Like they don't give up. You guys helped me, and I wouldn't be. I mean, man, I grew up trying to do more comedy, and I'm trying to tell everyone, just keep going. Don't. You might bomb 1 or 2 or 3
you're
or 4.
You're always gonna bomb.
Yeah, but learn from it. Videotape yourself so you can see what you're doing. I mean,
yeah, record your even just audio. Listen to yourself on the way home, even if you didn't do well.
Yeah.
There might be sometimes fight or flight kicks in, and you'll say something that you normally wouldn't say because you're like nervous, and then it ends up being really funny. So
and always support each other. That's the main thing, because your comics around you that do bigger things, those are the people you want around. Because if you're not around those people, I mean, you don't know anyone. I mean, you got to learn, network. I mean, that's part of a comedy. I mean, that's why I always support everybody, because if you don't support, then, I mean, you're not going to get supported by them either.
yeah,
But you gotta enjoy it though. You gotta really appreciate comedy.
it's interesting. Like thinking about like now networking online is. Oh shit! Sorry, this stopped recording. Hold on. Everything's okay.
Crow, cut it.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking camera. Anyways, back in the day, they people didn't even have online. Now all you had to do is click share and like put it on your story and put a little emoji. Like that's all you had to do. But back then, they didn't even have that, and like somehow they made it with nothing. So we've got it so good. It's crazy when you find out. We were talking about this on the last episode about like shadow viewers, like people who are like, "Hey, I saw you did a show," and you're like, "How did you find out about that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh,
how'd you know?"
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, they're like watching from afar on the toilet."
I don't really appreciate that.
Like, go better place.
Like, stop creeping me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met people off of dating apps find me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, they'll come up to my show and show up. I'm like, that's creepy. Don't come up to my show. I don't know you. I barely met you. I saw your Tinder. No.
Cool.
I don't want to
Either
know.
way.
I don't want to meet people that I barely know, but I want to meet more people that I can learn and get more out of. I mean, comedy, you got to learn more.
Yeah, I'll say like you're gonna learn a lot from anybody that anytime. This is what I learned in life. Any person that you meet is a chance to learn something new.
Yeah.
So it could be a stranger, it could be a crazy person. They might say something, you're like, oh shit, like that's interesting. Like that didn't make any sense, but I can make sense of it. Yeah. Anyways. Amy, where can we find anything new you want to put out to the world?
Nothing like new. It is the same old. Instagram, under Shades of Despair, and my website, www.abyssicreveries.com.
There you go. And then you can catch me at Comedy Fest this Saturday, but you won't see this till Tuesday unless I upload it early. And then Memorial Day, there's no Solaris comedy night. But June 3rd, we'll be back on schedule for my birthday.
All right.
It's actually my birthday on a comedy night. So Bring some balloons or a cake or whatever you want to eat. I don't care. Like, just let's have some fun. And we look forward to hearing your comments and likes and shares and all that stuff. And thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, man. Take care. Goodbye.